Now viral hotel video obtained by CNN, which reportedly shows music mogul Sean Diddy Combs abusing his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura. There are many things she wishes people knew about domestic violence.
Domestic violence runs across the gamut, so no one is immune to it.
Dr. Johnson says the video's reach can be harmful.
Well, the impact of this viral video, because it's so emotionally disturbing, it may trigger complex PTSD. Complex PTSD is a condition that develops when an individual is exposed to long-term violence in their lives, and it can manifest in anxious and depressive symptoms.
She says complex PTSD can come with flashbacks, nightmares, and more. She says it's important to remember that domestic violence is a cycle and that people usually can't just walk away.
Usually the incidents become more violent, and that's why we can't just say, why doesn't she just leave? Because the behavior intensifies.
In response to the video, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office said if the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, they would be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. But Senator Susan Rubio is pushing to increase that time. And for her, it's personal.
There's a lot of motivations, but I want to start with the fact that I'm a survivor, and I've been pushing policies on domestic violence for the last 5 years.
Senator Rubio, the floor is yours.
In 2019, Senator Rubio pushed for the bill to be extended from 3 years to 20 years. Lawmakers eventually agreed on the current 5 years, but this time Senator Rubio is asking to expand it to 15.
This is critically important to make sure that victims decide when they're ready, but more importantly, when they're safe. And usually we seem to dictate as society when that should be. And I want to make sure that victims have the time to heal, to be ready, to have a plan.
The bill is currently in the Assembly and, if passed, would be finalized by October of this year.
We've done a lot of research on this, and it does take approximately 10 years to get over the trauma. And that's if you have the proper help. I've interviewed victims that have been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. It takes them a long time to get over this. So this in particular, the 15 years will give those victims time to breathe and figure out their circumstance.
But in the interim, Dr. Johnson says there's one major thing people can do to support victims.
Believe them. If they tell you something, they're not asking for you to debate it with them. They're asking for help.
And this bill will allow more time for people to seek that help and come forward.